Hey there, my friend. I'm so glad you're here, easing into the stillness of the night with me. Tonight, as you settle beneath your blankets, I want to take you on a quiet journey through the gentle, unfolding story of medicine, from ancient herbal balms to the invisible dance of gene editing. Let your mind wander softly through the centuries as you rest. So go ahead, shift your pillow just the way you like it, feel your body sink into the mattress, and let your breath become slow and easy. Now, let's begin. I'll be sharing a handful of fascinating moments from the history of healing, each one told like a soft bedtime story. There's no need to stay awake for all of them, just let the words wash over you, and if you drift off, that's exactly where you're meant to be. If nights like these help you unwind, I hope you'll subscribe and let me be a part of your bedtime ritual whenever you need a calm voice to guide you home. Now, let's step quietly into the first tale. Imagine a tool so delicate that it can tiptoe through the endless library of our genetic code and correct a single misplaced letter. CRISPR-Cas9 allows scientists to do just that, like a moonlit gardener snipping a quiet adjustment into the helix of life. This remarkable ability was borrowed from the natural defense systems of bacteria, a tiny ancient wisdom that our modern hands now hold. By softly editing away the roots of hereditary conditions, we are learning to heal from the inside out. It is a slow, peaceful path, illuminated by the faint glow of a cellular memory that has waited billions of years to be understood. There is a peculiar beauty in an accident that changes the world. In the early 20th century, Alexander Fleming returned to his cluttered laboratory to find a petri dish that had been left open by the window. A drifting spore of Penicillium mold had settled there, and around it, the bacterial colonies had simply disappeared, as if a quiet clearing had been made on a tiny glassy field. That unassuming moment of observation gave us penicillin, the first true antibiotic. It ushered in an era where once terrifying infections could be gently unwound from the body, a soft transformation that saved countless lives and let people rest more peacefully. Long before gleaming hospital halls, the healers of Mesopotamia and Egypt sat by lamplight, pressing their recipes into clay and onto papyrus scrolls. They listened to the land with a humble patience, learning that warm honey could embrace a wound and encourage it to seal, its golden thickness a kind of natural blanket. From the bark of the willow tree, they brewed a remedy that quieted the hot hum of a fever, a plant-based whisper that we would later refine into aspirin. These early practitioners placed their trust in the quiet order of nature, a gentle partnership that laid the first stepping stones of our medical journey. Close your eyes and picture a simple dairymaid's unscathed hands. Edward Jenner observed that those who caught the mild disease of cowpox seemed to walk untouched through the storms of smallpox. In 1796, he took a small, brave step, using material from a cowpox sore to create a shield that the human body would remember for a lifetime. This was the dawn of vaccination, an invisible, protective cocoon spun from nature's own logic. Over time, as this peaceful coexistence between our bodies and a weakened foe spread across the world, entire childhood illnesses began to recede like a tide pulling softly away from the shore. Finally, imagine the moment in the 1840s when a patient, facing the blade, was instead invited into a deep, dreamless sleep. The discovery of ether and chloroform allowed the surgical theater to fall silent, the pain receding into a profound stillness. No longer did the body need to brace against the knife, it could simply float, unmoored and peaceful, while careful hands worked below. This was the quiet revolution that transformed surgery from a hurried, anguished ordeal into a calm and controlled journey. It was a gift of pure, soothing darkness, and it gave the world a new kind of rest. Imagine a moment in 1895 when Wilhelm Röntgen stumbled upon something extraordinary. In a dim laboratory, he discovered an invisible light that could pass through solid matter, revealing the hidden framework of the human body. It must have felt like peering into a secret realm, where bones appeared as pale, floating shadows on a glowing screen. This soft, radiating energy was like a gentle whisper from the world within, a ghostly window that opened without a single cut, and the discovery must have filled the room with a quiet awe, as if medicine had suddenly gained a new sense, delicate and profound. Now let us wander back to the Middle Ages, to the aromatic shops of apothecaries, where healing was a slow, sensory art. Picture a dim, cozy space filled with the scents of dried petals, crushed roots, and exotic resins from distant lands. The apothecary, surrounded by jars and brass scales, would spend hours grinding minerals into fine powders, each motion a ritual of patience and care. These early pharmacists were not just healers, but also alchemists, blending the mysticism of ancient remedies with the quiet beginnings of modern science. It was a world where every elixir held a story, a sensory bridge between the known and the mysterious, soothing ailments, with the gentle touch of nature. Then the 1860s brought a silent revolution, shaped by the minds of Louis Pasteur and Robert Koch. They introduced a startling idea, that illness was caused by invisible microorganisms, a hidden world thriving in the unseen corners of our surroundings. This germ theory transformed medicine, turning the focus toward cleanliness and the quiet practice of sterilization. Imagine the first operating rooms, where heat and steam were used to banish these tiny intruders, creating a pure, peaceful environment for healing. It was a gentle war on the invisible, wrapping patients in a cocoon of safety and calm, a testament to how understanding what we cannot see can restore our well-being. In the hushed corridors of the 1950s, Rosalind Franklin, James Watson, and Francis Crick uncovered the double helix structure of DNA, a twisting ladder of life so elegant it seemed almost ethereal. This intricate blueprint drifts in every cell of every living creature, carrying the threads of our existence in a quiet, coiled miracle. It dictates everything from the color of our eyes to the rhythm of our hearts, a whisper of creation written in a language of 4 simple letters. In those laboratories, the discovery must have felt like reading a sacred poem, a profound and serene revelation that life itself is held together by the most delicate of spirals. Today, modern telemedicine allows healing presence to reach a patient through the soft glow of a screen, regardless of distance. This digital bridge ensures that care is a floating, accessible resource, drifting into the most remote corners of the world like a gentle tide. Imagine a doctor's calming voice traveling through light, bringing a sense of peace and security to someone hundreds of miles away, where the screen becomes a window to health. It is a quiet revolution, where technology serves as a conduit for human connection, illuminating the darkness of isolation with the steady, reassuring light of compassion and hope. Imagine a serene world inside every living cell, where a tiny and gentle guide watches over the ancient scripts of life. This is the realm of CRISPR-Cas9, a tool born from the quiet, timeless battles bacteria fight against invading viruses. Scientists have learned to borrow this bacterial memory, like a soft lantern illuminating the double helix, to gently nudge molecular scissors and correct a single miswritten letter in the DNA. Picture a calm librarian in the library of the body, carefully erasing a small error from an ages-old manuscript. That single, soft correction holds the potential to peacefully mend hereditary conditions, offering a delicate adjustment that could restore the inner symphony of health. This quiet revolution offers a hopeful future where genetic ailments might be silenced with the gentlest of touches. In the soft light of a 1928 laboratory, a quiet miracle unfolded in a forgotten petri dish. A golden mold had drifted on the air like a silent voyager, settling onto a landscape of Staphylococcus bacteria. Alexander Fleming, with a gentle gaze, observed a clear, sterile halo around this mold, a ring of perfect stillness where life had been hushed. This accidental discovery was a whisper from nature, revealing a substance that could calm the fiery storms of infection. From that tiny speck of quietude, the era of antibiotics was born, gifting the body a serene strength to heal. From that quiet moment in the lab, a new era of healing strength was born. Across the rolling green pastures of Gloucestershire, a gentle truth was whispered among the milkmaids. They moved through outbreaks of smallpox with a calm and peaceful grace, their hands carrying a memory of cowpox's mild touch. Edward Jenner, a country doctor with a listening heart, gathered this quiet blessing and shaped it into a shield for all humanity. With a delicate scratch of the skin, he introduced a softer version of danger, teaching the body to stand guard without fear. It was like planting a seed of tranquility deep within the immune system, a lesson in gentle protection. That simple act unfurled a new chapter in global health, a silent sentinel that would save countless lives and fill futures with hope. Step gently into an apothecary shop of the Middle Ages, where the air holds a warm tapestry of scents from dried lavender, frankincense, and clove. Sunlight filters through dusty window panes, catching floating motes that dance like tiny golden fireflies. Wooden shelves are lined with jars of herbs and roots, each one a quiet promise from the earth to soothe a weary soul. The healer stands in this fragrant haven, grinding petals with a mortar and pestle to craft soothing syrups and balms. It is a craft that blends ancient botanical wisdom with careful alchemy, seeking always to restore the body's gentle balance. It was a sanctuary where the quiet art of care flourished with every remedy. In the hushed ambiance of an 1816 Parisian parlor, a physician. In the mid-19th century, a remarkable shift in healing took shape through the work of Florence Nightingale. She believed that the environment itself could be a medicine, a gentle cradle for recovery. She brought fresh air into stuffy wards, opening windows so that a soft breeze could carry away the staleness. Clean, crisp linens replaced soiled bedding, their scent like a quiet promise of renewal. And at night, instead of harsh glare, she introduced a dim amber light that soothed tired eyes and weary minds. Her meticulous attention to sanitation and hygiene transformed hospitals into sanctuaries where patients could drift toward healing almost as if carried by a calm, invisible current. Through her tireless efforts, the chaos of the sick room gave way to a serene order, and in that peace, the body's own healing could unfold, slowly and naturally. In 1921, in a modest laboratory, Frederick Banting and Charles Best drew a thread of hope from the pancreas of a dog. They isolated insulin, a substance that acts like a quiet key, unlocking cells to let nourishing sugar inside. Before this, diabetes was a relentless storm, a condition that drained the body of its strength with no relief. But with insulin, a simple regular injection could restore balance as gently as a tide turning. Imagine a child, once listless and fading, now able to play and grow, anchored by this daily ritual of a tiny needle and a clear liquid. The discovery brought a quiet stability, a steady hum of life, to millions of people around the world. Long before modern labs, the ancient healers of India cultivated a tradition known as Ayurveda, a word that means the knowledge of life. At its heart lies the concept of doshas, three subtle energies that flow through every person like rivers through a landscape. When these energies are in harmony, we feel light and well, but when they stray, imbalance settles in. Ayurvedic practice invites the body back to equilibrium with warm, herbal oils massaged into the skin in slow, circular motions, with the steady rhythm of meditative breathing and with specific herbs chosen to nudge the internal currents gently into place. It is a holistic embrace aiming not just to fight illness, but to float the whole self, mind and body in a state of lasting wellness. In a darkened room in 1895, Wilhelm Röntgen was experimenting with a glass tube that glowed with a strange invisible light. Quite by accident, he saw a screen across the room shimmer with a ghostly fluorescence, and when he placed his hand in the beam, he saw its shadow cast upon the wall, but not just the outline, the very bones within. He captured this image of his wife's hand, her wedding ring floating like a dark halo around a delicate finger, the skeletal architecture rendered in soft, silver tones. For the first time, doctors could peer inside the living body without a single incision, as if looking through a quiet veil to observe the quiet framework that holds us upright, a silent, luminous shadow of our hidden selves. In the hushed, humid depths of the rainforest, where time moves to the rhythm of slow growth and falling rain, nature has been quietly crafting remedies for millennia. One such gift is the Madagascar periwinkle, a modest plant with glossy leaves and delicate pink flowers. Within its petals and stems, it holds compounds that scientists have transformed into powerful chemotherapy drugs, agents that seek out and still the most unruly cells. These plant-derived medicines offer a gentle blueprint, a way to treat the body's delicate inner workings without the harshness of older methods. It is a reminder that some of our most advanced healing comes from the patient, green world outside our windows, a quiet collaboration between ancient flora and modern science. You are still here, drifting through the quiet lanes of medical history. I'm so glad, because what comes next feels almost like science fiction, yet it is very real. And alike, if you're enjoying this, softly guides other night owls here. In the quiet world of cells, there is a gentle tool called CRISPR. It comes from the immune systems of simple bacteria. Scientists can now use it to softly guide the molecular machinery within a cell. Like a pair of tiny, careful scissors, it can rewrite the genetic code. This might one day heal inherited conditions, very quietly, very precisely. Imagine a library inside every living thing, full of ancient instructions. CRISPR allows us to edit those instructions with a tender hand. It is as if nature gave us a way to correct its own small errors in a whisper of biological grace. This gentle editing does not rush or force. It simply suggests a new path for the cell to follow, a quiet correction in the night. Then, think back to the early 20th century. A scientist named Alexander Fleming noticed something almost by chance. A quiet floating mold colony had landed on a dish. It was stopping bacteria from growing around it. This soft moment of observation opened a new era of peace, the age of antibiotics. The gentle power of fungi began to save countless lives. That simple mold, so tiny and unassuming, carried a secret medicine. It drifted into the laboratory like a silent blessing. From that day, infections that once caused deep pain began to retreat, as if soothed by an invisible hand. This discovery was like a soft dawn, spreading light across the fields of medicine, quiet and sure. Now, let your mind travel to Cape Town in 1967. Dr. Christiane Barnard performed the first successful heart transplant. It was a very delicate procedure, a slow dance of hands and hope. This act showed that the rhythmic beat of a heart could be shared from one person to another. It was a milestone of human courage, a quiet triumph. The heart, that faithful drummer in our chests, learned to beat in a new home. In that operating room, with lights glowing soft and steady, a boundary was crossed. The very essence of one life was tenderly placed into another. It was a moment that proved how deeply we are all connected by the pulse that keeps us dreaming. Back in 1955, a wave of relief washed over the world. Jonas Salk developed a vaccine that could calm a terrible storm, the poliovirus. His decision was simple and profound. He did not patent the vaccine, so it drifted freely across borders, like a soft breeze of healing. Children everywhere could then grow up in a safer, healthier world. Their small steps became lighter, their laughter less fearful. This act of sharing was a quiet gift to humanity. In clinics and villages, the vaccine spread without any barrier. It was as if a protective, invisible veil was drawn over the playgrounds of the world, letting children rest easy. This quiet heroism became a blanket of health for all. And long before all this, in the whisper of ancient leaves, healers in Mesopotamia and Egypt looked to the quiet willow tree. They used its bark to soothe pain, a gentle comfort from the earth. Modern science later discovered the secret within those ancient leaves. They held a compound called salicin, a soft precursor to the aspirin we know today. So the wisdom of the ancients flows through time, from the riverbanks of old to the medicine cabinets of now. That same calming essence has traveled across centuries, unchanged. It reminds us that nature has always held answers, patiently waiting to be found. In the rustle of willow leaves, you can almost hear a timeless lullaby for pain. In the early 1800s, a physician named René Laennec noticed how sound travels through solid materials, and this soft revelation led him to roll a simple wooden tube. He placed it on a patient's chest, and for the first time, the inner rhythms of the body became clearly audible. The heartbeat sang like a distant drum, and the breath flowed like a gentle tide. This invention, the stethoscope, allowed doctors to listen to the quiet world within, drifting into the pulse and sway of life without intrusion. It was a peaceful bridge between the healer and the hidden, a tool that turned listening into an art of care. Today, when the stethoscope touches the skin, we are reminded of that first moment of connection, a soft echo of discovery that still guides medicine. In the mid-1800s, a woman named Florence Nightingale walked through the shadowed wards of field hospitals, a lantern in hand, and saw beyond the wounds. She understood that for the body to heal, the soul needed a sanctuary of quietness and cleanliness. So she opened windows wide to let in the sun's gentle rays and filled the air with freshness. She scrubbed the floors and organized the cots, creating spaces where peace could settle like a soft blanket. Patients rested in these bright, clean rooms, and their recovery times shortened, as if the calm itself was the medicine. Nightingale's revolution was not with loud instruments, but with the silent power of a clean environment. Today, her principles hum in every hospital that values fresh air and a peaceful resting place for the sick. By the turn of the 21st century, scientists set out to read the most quiet and profound book of humanity, the human genome. Completed in 2003, the Human Genome Project mapped all 3 billion chemical letters that write our existence. It is a silent library of life, holding the blueprints for every cell and every heartbeat. This vast, gentle map allows us to understand the soft whispers of heredity, how traits flow from parent to child like a calm river. In the quiet spiral of DNA, we find the ancient stories of our past and the tender possibilities of our future. The genome doesn't shout, it murmurs, and we are learning to listen with patience and awe. In the gentle countryside of 18th century England, a physician named Edward Jenner listened to the soft stories of milkmaids. They told of a mild sickness, cowpox, that seemed to protect them from the terrible smallpox. Jenner watched thoughtfully, and in 1796, his gentle observation bloomed into a quiet revolution. He took a small amount of material from a cowpox sore and introduced it to a healthy person, creating a shield of wellness. This was the world's first vaccination, a tender layer of protection that would save countless lives. It was a gift born from listening to the land and the people, a soft whisper of immunity that still echoes in every vaccination today. Through this simple act, humanity learned to softly coax the body into protecting itself, like teaching the breeze to carry a gentle shield. For thousands of years, traditional Chinese medicine has held a gentle secret for healing, the art of acupuncture. It speaks of a life energy, qi, that flows through our bodies like a soft river. When this flow is disturbed, dis-ease settles in, but by placing slender needles at precise points, practitioners seek to restore harmony. The needles are so fine that they barely whisper against the skin, guiding the qi back into balance. Patients often feel a floating sensation, as if the mind and body are drifting into a deep, peaceful equilibrium. It is a quiet dance between the physical and the ethereal, a way to reconnect with the natural rhythm of being. In the silence of an acupuncture session, the body's energy realigns, bringing a profound sense of calm and wellness that floats gently through the senses. Consider the emergence of CRISPR-Cas9, a technology that whispers to the very essence of life. It allows scientists to softly edit the blueprint of our being by precisely snipping and repairing the sequences of DNA. This discovery rests upon a natural defense mechanism found in bacteria, a quiet process of protection. Now it opens a serene doorway, offering the possibility of curing hereditary diseases by refining the genetic code with a tender touch. It is as if we are learning to read and gently correct the most ancient of texts, the story of our own biology. This gentle editing brings a sense of hope, a quiet confidence that we might heal the deepest layers of our inheritance. In the early days of the 20th century, the discovery of insulin brought a quiet transformation. Diabetes, once a drifting and uncertain condition, became a manageable journey of health. This breakthrough in 1921 allowed patients to balance their blood sugar with a simple, life-sustaining infusion. It mirrors the body's own natural rhythms, a soft echo of internal harmony. Imagine a gentle tide of relief, bringing stability where once there was only fluctuation. It is a reminder of how science can restore a delicate balance like a calm sea after a storm. With each infusion, life becomes less a question of uncertainty and more a steady rhythm of well-being. This gentle therapy reminds us of the quiet strength within us, a soft whisper of science echoing through time. The story of penicillin begins with a peaceful accident in 1928. Alexander Fleming noticed a quiet mold, Penicillium notatum, clearing a halo around itself. This serendipitous moment opened a gentle door to the world of antibiotics. These substances softly dissolve bacterial infections, infections that were once severe and untreatable. It is like a soft, cleansing rain washing away an invisible stain. The discovery reminds us that sometimes the most profound healings come from the most unexpected, serene observations. From that single, tranquil plate, a new era of medicine emerged, one where invisible enemies could be soothed and conquered without fanfare. It was a soft revolution in healing, born from a moment of stillness and attention. In the late 1700s, Edward Jenner observed a quiet truth. Milkmaids, it seemed, were sheltered from the shadow of smallpox. By using the gentler cowpox virus, he crafted a protective shield for the human immune system. This first vaccination was a whisper of a solution, a soft call for the body to defend itself. Over time, this gentle intervention led to the complete eradication of the disease. It is a testament to how a simple observation can ripple into a world-changing calm, a world without the fear of smallpox. The body learned to listen to this soft instruction, and the disease faded into memory, like a dream dissolving in morning light. This quiet act of protection gave humanity a serene shield against a once devastating ailment. In 1895, Wilhelm Röntgen unveiled a soft glow that revealed the hidden architecture within us. The X-ray showed the floating framework of the human skeleton, without ever making a cut. This gentle light allowed doctors to see through the skin, turning the opaque body into a transparent map of light and shadow. It is like peering through a quiet fog into a peaceful inner landscape. Every bone became a quiet branch in a luminous tree, standing still and serene. The invention brought a new way of seeing, a tender gaze into the depths of our own form, without disturbance or pain. It was a silent revelation, where the solid became transparent and the unknown became known, all in a soft, radiant image. In the quiet studios of the Renaissance, Andreas Vesalius sat with his pen, tracing the intricate layers of muscles and veins. His 1543 text, De Humani Corporis Fabrica, became a peaceful visual guide to the human form. The detailed illustrations invite a soft, wandering gaze, like drifting through a silent gallery of flesh and bone. Think of the delicate lines that capture the flow of blood and the curve of sinew. This work allowed healers and dreamers alike to see the body not as a mystery, but as a harmonious landscape, meant for calm observation. Each drawing holds a quiet truth, a gentle map of our inner world, revealed with care and stillness. From that visual piece, we drift to a different kind of serenity. In the 1840s, medicine found a new kind of silence. Gases like ether and chloroform allowed patients to drift into a deep, dreamless sleep during surgery. What was once a time of intensity became a moment of profound stillness. The body rested, unaware, as healing hands worked gently. Imagine the hushed operating rooms where the only sound was the slow breathing of the sleeping patient. This shift brought a new kind of peace, a calm that wrapped around the very act of repair, making it almost like a lullaby in the midst of healing. It was a transformation into quiet, a surrender to a soft, temporary oblivion. Long before these quiet operating rooms, traditional medicine turned to the soft wisdom of botany. Willow bark was used to ease away pain, its essence a gentle whisper against suffering. Foxglove leaves helped to steady a fluttering heart, like a soft hand calming a restless bird. In the quiet meadows and forests, healers gathered these gifts, understanding their subtle powers. These ancient remedies, rooted in the earth's quiet knowledge, became the foundation for the refined compounds in today's pharmacies. It is a reminder of the deep, slow connection between our bodies and the whispering plants, a bond that still hums beneath the surface of modern healing. As we sink deeper into the body's secrets, another quiet revelation echoes through time. In the 1600s, William Harvey saw that the heart was not a mysterious engine, but a steady, rhythmic pump. This insight shifted our understanding to the body as a flowing network of blood and oxygen, It moves in a constant, peaceful loop, like a gentle tide within us, never resting, never urgent. Listen to that rhythm now, in the quiet of your own chest. It is a reminder of the continuous, soothing flow that sustains you, a hidden river carrying warmth and breath to every corner of your being. The beating heart becomes a soft drum, guiding the circular journey of life. And finally, we come to an insight about the unseen. In the 1860s, Louis Pasteur introduced a gentle but powerful idea. He suggested that invisible floating microorganisms cause illness, drifting unseen through the air. This shifted medicine toward the soft art of sterilization and cleanliness. Hospitals began to transform into sanctuaries of hygiene, where white sheets and clean hands spoke of a new kind of care. Think of the clean, quiet rooms that emerged, where the scent of soap and the gleam of polished instruments brought a sense of safety. It was a quiet revolution, a cleansing of spaces to create calm and protection. The act of washing became a prayer for health, a simple, soothing ritual against the unseen. Let us now settle into a calm exploration of healing discoveries from the past. In the quiet depths of your cells, there exists a genetic story, a delicate code that shapes your whole body, but this story can sometimes carry small errors that lead to illness. CRISPR-Cas9 is a gentle technology inspired by the natural immune systems of bacteria, which acts like a pair of molecular scissors, softly trimming away those genetic mistakes. Scientists can now drift into the DNA and quietly rewrite the incorrect sequences, offering a peaceful hope for curing inherited diseases. This process is serene and precise, a quiet correction that feels like editing an ancient text with the lightest touch. It transforms what was once seen as unchangeable fate into a soft, mendable part of life, promising healing without disruption. Moving backward in time to a soft revelation from the countryside, we recall Edward Jenner in the late 18th century, who noticed that milkmaids contracting cowpox rarely suffered from the deadly smallpox. With calm curiosity, he developed the first vaccine in 1796, using a mild form of cowpox to offer a peaceful defense for the human body. This early vaccine acted like a quiet whisper, gently teaching the immune system to defend against the disease without any hardship. Over the years, this tranquil innovation laid the foundation for the eventual eradication of smallpox, a calm and lasting victory for all of humanity. It was a serene gift, a peaceful path born from a simple observation in the quiet English fields. Another gentle moment arrived in the year 1928, when a quiet discovery occurred almost by dreamlike chance, as Alexander Fleming noticed a mold that softly inhibited the growth of bacteria in his laboratory. This serendipitous moment gently transitioned medicine into the antibiotic era, a time where the body could recover its peace and strength. The mold produced a fluid that carefully dismantled bacterial defenses, offering a serene path to healing without the harsh struggle of infection. This accidental finding became a soft beacon of hope, allowing infections to slowly fade away with quiet, restoring grace. It was a calm whisper that changed how we return to health, making recovery a more tranquil and gentle journey for all. Long before these discoveries, ancient healers in Mesopotamia and Egypt relied on the soothing gifts of nature, using warm honey and gentle willow bark to softly ease the body's aches and pains. They saw health as a quiet harmony between our physical being and the natural world, a serene balance to be restored with tender care. Under the soft light of the moon, they gathered healing herbs, believing that the lunar glow bestowed a calming power upon the plants. This practice, called materia medica, was a peaceful ritual connecting human wellness to the earth's tranquil cycles. It was a gentle art, where the body was comforted by simple, soft touches from nature, a timeless reminder of quiet and natural healing. Finally, we drift to the mid-19th century, where a gentle transformation arose with anesthesia, specifically the use of ether in the year 1846, allowing patients to descend into a deep, dreamless sleep during surgery. This quiet discovery turned a once frightening experience into a serene journey, where the body rested peacefully, unaware of the healing work being done. Patients would softly close their eyes and slip into slumber, emerging later with no memory, only a sense of calm recovery. It was a profound gift to medicine, ensuring surgeries became smooth transitions rather than traumatic events. This innovation brought a deep tranquility to the operating room, allowing healing to occur in a state of utter stillness and quiet restoration. In the quiet of a Toronto laboratory in 1921, two scientists, Frederick Banting and Charles Best, reached into the darkness of a small dog's pancreas and pulled out a substance that would become a gentle rhythm of life for millions. They named it insulin, a delicate protein that whispers to the body's cells, asking them to accept the sweet glucose drifting in the blood. Without this quiet signal, sugar builds up like an unspoken sorrow, but with it, the body can softly balance energy, like a peaceful tide that rises and falls with each meal. This discovery did not shout, it hummed, and its quiet hum has echoed through a century of nights, keeping countless souls steady while they sleep. Long before we could see them, invisible worlds floated all around us. In the 1860s, Louis Pasteur and Robert Koch turned the lens of curiosity onto these hidden realms, revealing tiny living things that could bring illness. They called them germs, and this quiet revelation shifted medicine like a soft wind. The old belief in bad air, the miasma that was thought to seep from swamps and sorrow, gently dissolved. In its place rose a new practice of cleanliness, hands washed in silence, tools boiled in steaming water, wounds dressed with care. It was a simple, profound change, a hush of hygiene that wrapped itself around hospitals and homes, guarding the sleeping from invisible harm. Today, a machine can look inside you without ever touching your skin. The MRI scanner, with its powerful magnets and gentle radio waves, coaxes the water in your body to sing in soft frequencies. This song is translated into images, delicate and detailed, of your brain and organs. It is like a mist that drifts through tissue, revealing the quiet architecture hidden beneath the surface. As you lie inside its tunnel, the machine hums a lullaby of taps and thumps, and doctors can gaze into the mysteries of your inner landscape, all without a single invasive touch. It is a floating observation in the stillness, a tender look inside a sleeping world. The roots of healing reach back to the apothecary's warm, dim room, where shelves were lined with glass jars filled with dried petals, roots, and golden resins. In those quiet hours, an apothecary would carefully blend nature's offerings, combining them into soothing tinctures and calming elixirs. The air smelled of lavender and honey, and each bottle held a promise of comfort for the weary. This was the beginning of pharmacology, a slow and patient art that listened to the wisdom of plants. Long before synthetic pills, the earth provided gentle remedies, and the hands that prepared them worked in a meditative rhythm, almost like a prayer, crafting sleep aids and pain relievers from the silent bounty of the natural world. Now, medicine is learning to listen even more closely. Personalized medicine reads your unique genetic map, the quiet script written in the cells of your body. This map whispers who you are, what your body needs, and how it might respond to different treatments. Instead of a blanket remedy, doctors can tailor a dose that floats into your system like a soft breath, exactly calibrated for your inner landscape. It treats you not as a number, but as a distinct drifting entity, aligning the medicine with the specific needs of your own biology. The treatment becomes as gentle as a whisper, designed to heal without disrupting the delicate balance that makes you you. This is the quiet future, where every soul is held in the warm embrace of truly personal care. The story of medicine drifts on, a soft and steady tide. It has journeyed from herbs to gene editing, just to cradle you here in the stillness. In the quiet landscape of our cells, a new kind of whisper has emerged. Scientists now hold a gentle tool, known as CRISPR, that can softly touch the very blueprint of life. Imagine a pair of scissors so fine they can drift through the spiral of your DNA, finding a single broken thread. With a quiet, careful motion, this molecular tool snips away the mistake, allowing the body to mend itself from within. This dreamlike precision offers a path to healing, a way to gently correct hereditary conditions and bring a deep, restoring calm to the body's inner workings. It is a soft revolution, a silent edit that promises to ease the burdens carried in our genes, like a lullaby for the very fibers of our being. Long ago, in the early 1800s, the world of medicine was a place of waking nightmares. Surgery was a harsh reality where patients lay fully aware, feeling every cut and stitch. But then, a gentle discovery changed everything. The soft vapors of ether and chloroform began to drift through the air of operating rooms. As patients breathed in this quiet mist, they would slowly slip away from their suffering. They would enter a deep, dreamless sleep, a peaceful slumber where the body could be mended without the mind's awareness. This was a quiet revolution, turning the sharp edges of surgery into a soft, restful lullaby. It allowed healing to unfold in the silence of unconsciousness, a gift of profound rest that soothed the very experience of medicine. In the year 1928, a quiet accident unfolded in a laboratory corner. Alexander Fleming, a thoughtful scientist, noticed something small and golden beginning to bloom in one of his petri dishes. It was a soft colony of mold, gently spreading its delicate, thread-like tendrils. Around this quiet growth, the harmful bacteria simply dissolved, fading away as if calmed by a soothing hand. This silent observation was a gentle revelation from the natural world. It showed how a simple mold could become a shield against infection, a soft biological process that cleanses without harshness. From this golden bloom, the age of antibiotics was born, a quiet revolution that has since saved countless lives, mending bodies with the soft touch of a natural cure, like a lullaby from the earth itself. In the warm sands of ancient Egypt, healing wisdom was quietly etched onto scrolls of papyrus. The Ebers Papyrus, dating back to around 1550 BCE, is a soft testament to this ancient care. It describes hundreds of soothing remedies, gentle gifts from the natural world. Healers would use golden honey to calm raw wounds, pungent garlic to cleanse the body, and willow bark to gently ease aches and pains. They wove their spiritual beliefs together with patient observation of the world around them. This blending created calming salves and healing potions, a quiet art that brought comfort to those in need. Today, this ancient wisdom whispers through time, a soft reminder that the earth itself holds gentle, restorative secrets, carrying a timeless touch to soothe both mind and body. In the rolling hills of England, during the late 1700s, Edward Jenner noticed a quiet, natural protection. Milkmaids who encountered a mild illness called cowpox seemed to be gently shielded from the terrible smallpox. This soft observation sparked a quiet revolution. Jenner carefully used a tiny amount of the milder virus, introducing it to the body like a gentle whisper. This whisper taught the immune system to recognize and gently defend against the harsher disease. It was a soft shield, built from nature's own design, a peaceful path to wellness. This was the birth of vaccination, a quiet medical breakthrough that has since spread its protective calm across the globe, saving countless lives with the most gentle of touches, like a soft lullaby for the body's defenses. Welcome, dear listener, to this quiet moment of reflection. Let us drift through some gentle discoveries that have shaped our understanding of health and life. Picture a moment in time, a quiet revolution in our understanding of life. In the mid-20th century, the mapping of the DNA double helix by Rosalind Franklin, James Watson, and Francis Crick revealed the floating architecture of existence. They unveiled a graceful, spiraling staircase where all genetic information is coiled in perfect harmony. This delicate structure guides the growth of every cell, a silent blueprint that echoes through every living thing. It is as if the very essence of life is a gentle, ongoing dance, a story written in strands that twist and turn like a river flowing through the night. Now, let your thoughts drift to the unseen world around us, where tiny things hold great power. Louis Pasteur and Robert Koch championed the germ theory, softly shifting medicine's gaze to the microscopic realm. They revealed that drifting particles in the air and water, invisible to the eye, are the true cause of illness. This profound insight led to the peaceful practice of sterilization, a quiet cleansing that washes over our world. It is a gentle reminder that safety often lies in the smallest details, like a calm breeze purifying the spaces we share. For thousands of years, a gentle tradition has sought balance from within the human form. Traditional Chinese medicine has refined the art of acupuncture, using slender needles to guide the body's flowing energy, known as qi. By touching specific points on the skin, practitioners invite a deep sense of harmony and stillness throughout the physical self. It is like tuning a delicate instrument, aligning our inner rhythms with the quiet pulse of the universe. This ancient practice reminds us that wellness is a gentle, flowing state, a river of calm that settles softly into every cell, bringing peace and restoration. Listen now to the story of the stethoscope, born from the mind of René Laennec in 1816. He crafted a simple wooden tube, allowing doctors to hear the quiet, rhythmic music of the human heart. For the first time, the internal whispers of the lungs and pulse could be heard clearly, floating through that tube to the healer's ear. It was a moment of gentle connection, hearing the body's secret songs, the soft symphony of life within. This invention opened a window to the inner world, a reminder that even in stillness, there is a constant, beautiful rhythm. And now, in our modern age, healing travels like a soft, digital breeze across the wide and quiet world. Modern telemedicine allows the warmth of a doctor's care to reach patients in the most remote corners of the earth through gentle, invisible signals. This floating network of information ensures that guidance and comfort can be felt across vast, quiet distances. It is a beautiful testament to human connection, where kindness and expertise flow like a calm river through the airwaves. In this way, the art of healing transcends space, bringing a sense of deep peace and hope to wherever it is needed, wrapping the patient in a gentle embrace of care. As we float through these gentle thoughts, may you find a deep and restful peace. These are the soft echoes of human ingenuity, whispering through time, reminding us of the quiet beauty in both science and spirit. As we continue our quiet journey through the landscapes of discovery, let these next stories wash over you like soft waves. In the quiet laboratory of life, a gentle revolution is unfolding. Scientists have discovered a tool born from bacteria's own defenses, a natural system that can edit the script of our very existence. It is called CRISPR-Cas9, and it acts like a soft, precise pair of molecular scissors, carefully adjusting the threads of DNA. This is not a thunderous change, but a serene hope for correcting those inherited whispers that cause disease. It feels like a dream, a quiet nudge towards a healthier world, one gene at a time. From the subtle edit of genes, we drift now to a moment of stillness in a cluttered lab. Alexander Fleming, in his mid-20th century study, noticed something strange. A stray mold had drifted onto a petri dish, and around it, bacteria could not grow. This was a discovery made in stillness, a serendipitous event that would gently reshape medicine. From that small, silent encounter, a soft shield was forged, protecting millions from the harshness of bacterial infections. It reminds us that sometimes, the most profound changes come from the soft landing of a spore in the calm of a forgotten dish. This theme of quiet discovery echoes through time, leading us back to the ancient wisdom of herbalism. Long before modern bottles lined our shelves, there was a practice that moved in rhythm with the slow cycles of the earth. The willow tree, with its weeping branches, offered a quiet gift. Its bark could soothe the body's aches and pains. This natural comfort, passed down through generations, eventually led science to synthesize aspirin. So, a bridge was formed between the ancient forest and the calm of a modern pharmacy, a gentle thread connecting us to the earth's healing whispers. Today, when we seek relief from a headache, we are touching that same soothing energy, refined and gentle. From the earth's calming gifts, we move to a time when healing itself needed to be soothed. In the 1840s, ether emerged as a gentle mist, allowing patients to drift into a deep, weightless slumber. This was a profound shift, a journey from sharp awareness into a quiet, dreamlike state. The experience of healing was transformed, wrapped in a soft cocoon of oblivion. It was as if the body could now rest while the menders worked, a peaceful surrender to the hands of care. This quiet revolution in medicine allowed for deeper, calmer repairs, making the operating theater a place of gentle mists instead of harsh cries. Finally, we settle into the soft beginnings of immunity. The story of vaccines begins with a gentle observation in the English countryside.
Edward Jenner noticed that milkmaids who caught cowpox seemed protected from the more severe smallpox. In 1796, he took a quiet step, using that mild illness to create a soft shield of immunity. Since then, vaccines.
Rest now, and let your mind drift through the soft corridors of medical history. Imagine a time when the hidden world within us became visible and gentle. Wilhelm Röntgen, in 1895, discovered a way to see through skin and muscle, revealing the delicate architecture of our bones. It was like peering through a gentle mist, where flesh turned to soft clouds, and the sturdy skeleton emerged like a quiet sculpture. No cuts were needed, no pain, just a ghostly image that showed our inner framework. This discovery allowed healers to witness the unseen, bringing calm clarity to the mysteries of the body. Years later, in 1953, scientists named Watson and Crick uncovered another hidden wonder, a gentle secret of life itself. They revealed the structure of DNA, a twisting spiral staircase that holds life's quiet instructions. Imagine a delicate ladder, gently curling, with each step carrying the secrets of a living being. This elegant geometry decides the tint of a flower petal or the shade of a human eye. It is a soft, flowing dance of molecules, a whispered code that shapes all existence. In its simplicity, there lies a profound peace, a reminder of the harmony within life's design. This discovery feels like a gentle unfolding, a quiet revelation that connects us all. It invites you to rest in the knowledge that all life shares this same quiet spiral. Long before these revelations, ancient healers believed in a different kind of balance, a softer understanding of the body. The humoral theory spoke of four fluids within us, some warm, some cool, that needed to be in perfect harmony. It was an idea rooted in the pursuit of equilibrium, a quiet dream of inner peace. Though modern science has moved beyond this view, it echoes a timeless human longing for balance. That gentle quest for harmony shows how we have always sought to understand our bodies, not just as machines, but as vessels of a delicate, living rhythm. In 1816, a French physician named René Laennec crafted a simple tool that transformed healing, a small window into the body's inner song. The stethoscope was born, letting doctors listen closely to the heart's steady drum. It was more than a device, it became a meditation, a way to attune to the body's soft internal music. With each beat, a story unfolded, a rhythmic whisper of life flowing through. This quiet act of listening turned diagnosis into a serene, attentive practice, connecting healer and patient in a shared moment of calm understanding. Today, healing drifts across vast distances with a gentle touch, a quiet stream of care. Telemedicine connects patients and doctors through glowing screens and soft digital signals, like a calm river of information. No matter how remote, care can reach the most secluded corners of the world. It is a peaceful, steady stream of compassion, where voices travel through light to offer comfort. This modern marvel carries the essence of healing, a quiet, reassuring presence across miles, ensuring that nobody is left behind in the stillness of need. And so, as you rest, these stories of discovery wash over you like a soft tide, reminding you of the beauty in our quiet, persistent quest to understand life. Let them carry you gently into a deeper peace, where the wonders of medicine become a lullaby. CRISPR-Cas9 emerges from the quiet laboratory like a gentle sigh, a pair of warm molecular scissors that softly snip the genetic fabric with calm precision, soothing deep hereditary unrest and restoring a warm, still balance to the vast human genome. A peaceful drifting settles through the silent darkness of our cells, where a soft healing spreads like a tender night, mending the code with a whisper of renewal. The vast stillness of this discovery cradles the body in a gentle, protective silence. A deep calm settling over the hidden chambers of life, a soft promise of restoration whispered into the void. In the early 20th century, A peaceful moment of observation by Alexander Fleming brought a soft mold drifting onto a petri dish, creating a calm, clear zone where bacteria could no longer grow, a quiet barrier of still protection. This warm, gentle discovery marked the birth of the antibiotic era, a vast, deep calm spreading through medicine's silence, a soft drifting into healing that soothed the world's deep unrest. The quiet zone expanded, a peaceful stillness where infection could not enter, a protective calm that whispered of a new, gentle cure in the vast darkness of disease, a soft shield that would cradle generations in its quiet, healing embrace. In the quiet 1796, Edward Jenner's careful observation of milkmaids revealed a natural warm immunity, a soft shield against the deep scourge of smallpox, where their hands remained peaceful and untouched by the raging disease. Using the gentle cowpox virus, he crafted a protective barrier for the body, drifting humanity toward a vast, still future free from that silent disease. A calm peace settled in the warm darkness of healing, a deep protection spreading through the world's quiet stillness, a soft whisper of immunity that would cradle generations in a protective, gentle night, like a warm blanket draped over the trembling earth. Ancient Egyptian medicine wove the deep warmth of nature with careful, quiet observation, utilizing soft honey and willow bark to soothe wounds with calm precision, as if the earth itself was mending the flesh with tender hands. These early healers understood that honey acted as a gentle, protective barrier, keeping the skin clean and peaceful while it healed in a warm, still silence. A vast quiet spread through the body's deep healing, a soft, protective stillness like a tender embrace, where the natural world whispered its calm curative secrets into the wounded flesh, a soothing darkness drifting over the pain like a quiet moon. The 19th century introduction of anesthesia, such as soft ether and chloroform, transformed surgery into a warm, drifting dreamlike experience where patients floated into a deep, quiet sleep as if sinking into a calm, dark sea. A vast stillness allowed surgeons to work with calm precision and gentle patience, their movements like quiet whispers in the silent room. A peaceful silence settled over the once agonizing darkness, a soft drifting into a protective, quiet night where deep healing could begin undisturbed, a gentle calm enveloping the body in a soft, safe stillness, carrying it far from fear into a tender, floating peace, a deep rest in the vast quiet of the unconscious. In the deep quiet of 1628, William Harvey discovered the heart as a rhythmic, steady pump, a soft, warm pulse that echoes through the stillness of your body as you rest. He described the blood as a flowing river, moving in a continuous, peaceful loop, a warm, gentle current that carries life without end, circling back to its source. This life-giving oxygen drifts to every soft corner, every still space within you, a silent, tender delivery that keeps the body in calm, peaceful balance, like a quiet tide. Now, drift to 1895, when Wilhelm Röntgen invented the X-ray, a soft glow that lets the eye move through skin and muscle, seeing the silent architecture of the skeleton. The body became a translucent window, revealing the quiet alignment of bones, a still, deep framework hidden beneath the warm, soft surface. These shadows show the peaceful structure that supports you, a hidden order in the dark, still depths of your body, a silent, bony embrace that holds you steady. From this we drift to the ancient wisdom of traditional Chinese medicine, speaking of qi, a gentle, invisible energy that flows through pathways called meridians, like a soft river in the night. With the soft placement of needles and acupuncture, practitioners seek to restore a peaceful harmony, a balanced flow within the body, a quiet realignment of the inner self. Imagine this energy moving like a warm, slow breath through your being, settling everything into a deep, still calm. In the 1860s, Joseph Lister championed sterile surgery, using carbolic acid to create a clean, quiet environment, a space where the air itself feels still and pure. This shift reduced the unseen whispers of infection, allowing the body to recover in a more serene and protected state, a soft, undisturbed healing. Picture the clean air, the still space where healing can unfold softly, a gentle cocoon for the body's quiet repair,
a haven of peace.
Finally, the study of the human microbiome reveals a vast hidden garden of trillions of microorganisms living in quiet symmetry within you, a deep, unseen world of gentle life. These tiny, soft companions drift through your systems, helping digest food and maintaining a peaceful equilibrium with your immune system, a silent, steady partnership. Feel this hidden life as a warm, still presence, a deep community inside you, breathing with you in the night, a secret garden of calm. Now, as the night wraps around you like a warm blanket, let my voice carry you through a quiet garden of healing. Here, where science and humanity touch softly, we explore the tender discoveries that have mended the body and soothed the soul. In this still space, every word is a soft wave pulling you deeper into rest, where the secrets of life unfold like petals in the moonlight. In the warm, quiet hum of your body, a gentle revolution stirs, known as CRISPR-Cas9, a molecular tool that glides through the genome like a soft, precise whisper. It touches the intimate blueprint of your life with incredible precision, mending genetic imperfections that lie hidden in the deep stillness of your cells, like a needle threading through dark velvet. This tender healer holds the promise of curing hereditary conditions, a soft, soothing light in the vast darkness where your body dreams of peace. In the late 1920s, a serendipitous whisper of healing emerged from a quiet, forgotten laboratory, where Alexander Fleming noticed a soft mold blooming on a petri dish, a delicate gray-green against the glass. This moment of grace brought forth penicillin, the world's first true antibiotic, an invisible guardian that could peacefully resolve bacterial infections without a struggle. It shifted the course of medicine toward a new era of healing, where the body could mend itself in a deep, soft stillness, cradled by the gentle hands of this quiet discovery. The mid-19th century saw the blooming of a quiet, profound miracle, as anesthesia transformed the harsh, jarring reality of surgery into a silent, dreamlike slumber, weightless and serene. With the tender, invisible breath of ether and chloroform, physicians lifted patients into a state of deep unconsciousness, ensuring a peaceful, floating transition through the vulnerable corridors of healing. It was a soft descent into a velvet darkness, where pain dissolved like mist over a still pond, and the body rested in a deep, tranquil hush, awaiting a gentle, light-filled awakening. Ancient Egyptian physicians poured their soft, enduring wisdom into the Ebers Papyrus, a floating ribbon of history from 1550 BCE, a scroll that detailed hundreds of gentle remedies with the tenderness of a lullaby. Honey, aloe, and willow bark were woven into this tender archive, each a soft, natural touch to soothe the body and calm the mind into stillness. This quiet whisper from the distant past carries the warm, fragrant breath of ancestors, mending us with the deep, still knowledge of healing that flows like a river through time. In the 1790s, a quiet, watchful observation by Edward Jenner that milkmaids seemed protected from the ravages of smallpox gave rise to the first vaccine, a soft, invisible shield against a virulent foe. By using a milder, gentler form of the virus, he paved a calm, deliberate path toward the eventual eradication of one of humanity's greatest and most feared ailments. This gentle innovation drifted through the centuries, a whisper of prevention that now surrounds us with a quiet, invisible peace, cradling lives in a tender, protective embrace that echoes through the stillness of time. These whispered truths are the gentle hands that have shaped our world, cradling us through sickness and healing with infinite care. As you drift toward the deep sleep of the stars, let these soft, wondrous thoughts be your lullaby, wrapping around you like the quiet hum of the earth itself. Rest now in the peaceful embrace of all that is tender and true. Feel the quiet elegance of the double helix, a soft spiraling ladder unveiled in 1953. Watson, Crick, and Franklin revealed its vast, still blueprint of life. This elegant structure holds a warm, rhythmic map for every gentle breath, every tender growth. Feel it deep within each cell, a still pattern guiding the calm flow of existence. It is the whispering heart of being, resting in the quiet depths of your body now. It winds through the stillness of time, a tender code of life. Every soft detail unfolds in its gentle rhythm. Drift now into its warm, silent pattern. So soft, so deep, this blueprint cradles you in its silent embrace. And now, drift to the early 20th century, where insulin emerged like a gentle, healing stream. Before this, there was a restless struggle, a body unable to rest. Insulin brought a soft, steady flow, transforming chaos into a serene rhythm. Imagine the warm energy processing with a deep, quiet calm. This breakthrough allows the body to breathe in balance, holding life with tender care. Feel its steady pulse, a whispering rhythm in the stillness. It courses through you now, a peaceful, gentle tide. Rest in its quiet embrace, knowing everything is softly balanced. This is the soft healing of insulin, still with you in the night. Then, let us wander through the soft tradition of herbalism, born from quiet observation of nature. Ancient cultures felt the warmth in the willow tree, discovering its soothful salicin. This natural compound, the tender precursor to aspirin, cools the brow's quiet warmth. For centuries, it has eased lingering aches with a deep, peaceful rhythm. It is nature's whisper against the body's soft unrest. Imagine the gentle bark, the leaves swaying in a soft breeze. That quiet knowing passed down through time, resting now in a simple white tablet. Let it soothe you, deeply and completely. Feel its ancient calm washing over you. Now, listen with the invention of the stethoscope in 1816, a soft tool for listening to life. René Laennec allowed doctors to drift into the inner rhythms of the chest. They could hear the soft thrumming of the heart, the quiet whispers of internal organs. This vast, delicate soundscape holds the body's secret, still and warm within. It is listening to life itself, deeply and gently. Imagine the first stethoscope, a simple cylinder of wood, pressing warm against the skin. That rhythmic sound, a lullaby of the body, comforting and deep. Let this quiet listening soothe you now. Finally, embrace modern telemedicine, where healing drifts across great distances. Soft digital connections carry comfort to your warm, quiet home. Regardless of where you are, care reaches you with a peaceful rhythm. This integration of technology ensures a tender, steady flow of wellness. It is a vast network of calm, holding you in its soft, digital embrace. Rest now, deeply. Feel the gentle vibration of a notification, a doctor's voice like a whisper from afar. Medicine travels through fiber optic threads, light itself carrying care. So, let this virtual comfort settle over you, like a soft, warm blanket. It knows no distance, no barrier, only the quiet intention to heal. And now, as all these soft facts drift into your sleeping mind, let them carry you deeper into rest. The world is quiet, and you are safe. Sleep now gently, deeply. Let all these tales of healing wrap around you. The soft ladder of DNA, the steady flow of insulin, the ancient willow's touch, the heart's quiet thrum, and the distant care of telemedicine. They are here, with you in the silence. Surrender to this peaceful drift into the deepest sleep. In the silent laboratory, molecular scissors gently trim the flawed threads of our being, hushing the whispers of inherited affliction and rewriting life's most sacred script. A quiet mold settled upon a petri dish, dissolving surrounding bacteria like mist in morning light, and through that hushed invasion, nature offered a gentle shield against invisible death. An ancient belief saw the walnut's wrinkled shell as a mirror of the human brain, believing its shape could calm the restless thoughts within, a soft conversation between soil and soul. In 1954, a kidney slipped from one twin into the other like a silent gift, and the body received it without fury, revealing healing could flow between two souls sharing the same breath. On brittle papyrus, ancient hands recorded honey's golden kiss and willow's tender bark, a floating testament to a time when humanity knew the earth hummed with gentle cures. A wooden tube pressed to the chest of a young woman in a Paris hospital, and suddenly the secret music of the heart became audible for the first time, a soft tidal rhythm that transformed the physician into a quiet translator of the body's hidden song. Milkmaids walked through the meadows of Gloucestershire with hands roughened by cowpox and faces untouched by the scarring hand of smallpox, and from this simple observation a gentle physician named Jenner drew forth the first vaccine, a whisper of protection that would echo across centuries like a lullaby sung over the cradle of humanity. Ether rose through the surgical theaters of the 1840s like a translucent tide, washing away the screams that had haunted those halls for centuries, and patients slipped beneath its waves into a deep and dreamless sea, while surgeons worked with steady hands upon bodies that no longer knew the language of pain. Slender silver needles find their home along invisible rivers of energy, placed with the precision of a poet choosing the perfect word, and somewhere beneath the skin the ancient flow of chi begins its quiet correction, a rebalancing as soft and certain as breath settling into the lungs of someone who has finally stopped running. Inside every living cell there spirals a staircase made of light and shadow, sugar and phosphate, winding upward through the generations like a story that has been telling itself for 3 billion years, and in 1953 two men leaned close enough to read its graceful twisting alphabet and found that the language of life itself is a poem written in a double helix. And now, as the final threads of this evening's story settle around you like a soft blanket, I think your mind has traveled far enough through the quiet halls of medicine's history, from the herbs of ancient healers to the elegant spirals of our own inner code, and it is time to release these thoughts into the darkness where sleep is waiting. If these words have helped guide you toward rest tonight, perhaps leave a small sign that you were here, and know that I will return whenever you need a voice to walk you gently toward the edge of dreaming. Good night, and remember that the same impulse to heal and to understand that built cathedrals of knowledge across the centuries is now simply the steady rhythm of your own heart pulling you softly into sleep. Rest now, everything is exactly as it should be.